Oh, hello! Blue Diamond Coasters here. As many long-time viewers might know, I take a long time to upload videos. So long, in fact, that in some cases, I film 2 visits a year apart from each other that are basically the same day. For instance, I went to the opening day of Hersheypark in both 2024 last year and 2025 this year. So instead of releasing one video that is already incredibly out of date, and then a few months from now release the next video that will also be out of date, I decided to do a double feature. That's right, you're getting 2 videos in this one. One from last year and one from this year. So to start, let us take a look back in April of 2024 for the opening day of Hersheypark and the all-new upgraded SkyRush trains.
Hello, this is Blue Diamond Coasters, and I can't wait to get back on this thing. I'm here at SkyRush. Today is the 2024 Hersheypark opening day for the season. Very busy today because it's both a holiday and a Friday and opening day. So we're going to try to see how many rides we can get on today. And I'm joined by my good friend here, Cam.
Hello.
Yeah. He's kind of disappointed right now. Candy hasn't really been... Well, it was testing earlier, but there was a long line for it. He'll be back there later.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to SkyRush?
Yeah, I wanted to see if the restraints are fixed or not. So, I mean, they look better than the old ones.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back on SkyRush and seeing how these new restraints feel. So, they've been sending a few test trains. We're going to be heading on soon, so let's head on.
Once you are seated, pull down on the restraint and fasten the belt below your seat to the restraint. A flight attendant will be through to check your restraint. For those of you waiting in line, please stand behind the yellow button as your seats will be closed for departure. While the ride is in motion, please remain seated, keeping your arms and legs inside the car. Flight 2012, clear for me.
All right, just got first ride on the upgraded to first class SkyRush. I'm going to need a few more rides to get my full thoughts on it, but first reaction, that was really good. Definitely the restraints are much better. Definitely, I wasn't feeling really any thigh crushing, so they definitely proved that. But I feel like my favorite improvement was the lights and sounds they put in the station. They're going with a really good airport terminal theme, which I dig it. So that was an improvement I didn't ask for, didn't need, but I'm really glad they did that. Kind of gives new life to that coaster. So as a B&M hyper fan, what did you think of that?
I think that was really good. I do like the seats that they put on. The new restraints are a much welcome change. I really like them on Velocicoaster, Sandy's, Pantheon. I think it's still a number 3 in the park for me, but I think it's a much needed improvement for that ride, just for the comfort of everybody.
Yeah, I think what's the best about this is that I know a lot of people didn't like it. Some people thought it was kind of a bit overrated. I personally really was fine with the old restraints, but I'm glad that this gives more people a chance to enjoy it. Because I feel like that was always a big turnoff. Was, oh, the restraints suck. It was always hurting your legs. It now makes it more accessible to everybody. So that's always a plus. Although the line is super long, pretty much for everything, and Comet looks still closed because as we were going onto the brakes for SkyRush, we see the Comet train going around the turnaround, and it was going very, very slow. So we're gonna head to the other side of the park and get on Wildcats Revenge. Just got back train ride on a Wildcat, or it was like second to last row. That was hauling. Like that was hauling really good. And I just realized, you know, this is the first time this ride's been open in the spring, because a year ago this thing was still being built. Like the lift wasn't even done yet. But yeah, that was running really good for the temperature right now. Yeah, this ride getting closer and closer to being my favorite park, but SkyRush still holds the top spot in my heart. Anyway, we're also joined up by my friend Matt, and I think next up is going to be Storm Runner, which is probably only going to be running one side, so really long line. It's actually been a little bit. We rode Storm Runner, great as usual. We also rode Great Bear is great as usual. Right now we're just kind of like waiting on some people, kind of like hanging out, chilling around. But one thing I wanted to point out was the amphitheater is now completely gone, and they have a few signs over here. They have this one that says we're twisting something up. And down that way, we got one that says construction is in full swing. So this could maybe be the site of, I know people said like Scream and Swing. Definitely going to be watching this spot of land over the next few months, see what happens. I'm glad they at least took out the amphitheater though, just because it was literally starting to fall apart. These work walls have been here for like a long time, so at least a couple of years. So glad they're finally doing something at that spot. Now over here by SkyRush because the line wasn't too bad. But already one new addition from this morning is they added a like plane taking off sound effects as you go up the lift hill. So pretty cool.
No, I think I will.
Alright, so we did a, like row 7 ride on SkyRush. Those restraints really better. What do you think of SkyRush's restraints?
Oh, very good. No longer painful.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy, I mean, I always liked the ride, but now I actually really love the ride.
Yeah. But now we're over here by Fahrenheit. When we got here, like just went down and they took off a train.
One train off.
Which means they're now down to one train. Thankfully the line wasn't too long when we got in, just because like a bunch of people, I guess when it broke down, bailed. But yeah, these people are gonna be here for a while. They're on one train right now. All right, so we just got off Fahrenheit. That was probably the funniest ride on Fahrenheit I've ever done, only for one reason. So we were all in the back car, but then I think it was like 2 girls in the front. One of them had in their hand the whole time like a little baby doll. And as we're going like up to the lift hill, we hear like somebody yell like, "Put the baby away," and I'm like, what was that about? And then we just look as we're going up the lift hill, we see this girl pull out like a little black baby doll, and she had it in her hand the whole time. We got about an hour left, so we're gonna try to get on Wildcat one more time, and then maybe SkyRush one more time? I don't know, but we'll see how long these lines are. That was
Like people thought it was bad here. Like people complained it was so I never heard that bottom like windjammers. That's why like
Alright, you can kind of see through there. We just got off Wildcat's Revenge. That thing is hauling. I mean, it's like what, in the 50s right now? That thing is still hauling really great right now. Like I mentioned earlier, it keeps on getting a little bit closer to being my new favorite in the park, but SkyRush is still my number one. But this, I was just saying actually to Cam earlier, where it's like, if you think Wildcat is better than SkyRush, I totally see why. I don't agree with you, but I accept it. So that wraps up opening day here at Hersheypark. Overall, I thought this day was going to be much more crowded and we'd be getting on a lot less rides, but I think this day worked out pretty well for how busy the crowds were. This day went much smoother than Great Adventure's opening day, I can tell you that. And yeah, I'm loving the changes to SkyRush, and that got me thinking of like other changes or updates you could give to some of the stations. Like imagine like Great Bear Station with the theme of Starfall Racers up the new Epic Universe. Like that'd be really cool. Or even like Storm Runner or Lightning Race I could see happening like an update like that. Matt, what'd you think of opening day?
It was fun when I got here later than Michael, and I got here, I was like, oh my god, this looks awful. But once I got in, it was busy, but it was manageable. It wasn't that bad. It was fun, and the new SkyRush, so much better. It's no longer painful, the airtime. I actually enjoy the airtime now.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is with opening days, you know, as busy as they can get, it's also just kind of like a community gathering thing. Like we saw a bunch of other Hershey people. Colin and Sammy were here, and Phil was here. A lot of other enthusiasts I recognize from Hershey or even other parks. And it's just fun to kind of like, you know, get to see old friends again. You know, it's because it's been a few months since we've all been to parks together. And yeah, I mean, just a great time to hang out with some friends at park. Even if it is busy, you know, we can just get to, you know, talk to each other in the lines.
Ho, ho, ho. That was a good one. That younger me, he doesn't know what the next year is going to bring for him. Anyway, let's now take a look at this year's opening day, which was a surprise to be sure.
Hello, this is Blue Diamond Coasters. I'm joined with...
Oh, I'm the East Coaster fan.
And we're here at Hersheypark for the first day of the 2025 season. This is my third opening weekend in a row for Hersheypark, and I've enjoyed the Hersheypark openings a bit more than the Great Adventure opening, just because, one, it's a better park, but I feel like this park does opening day a bit better. The weather is a bit of a cloudy, overcast, and kind of chance of on and off rain, so hopefully that'll keep the crowds a bit low. But today, I'm not going to be focused on riding everything. I'm just going to be focused on the highlights, like SkyRush back there, Storm Runner, Wildcat's Revenge, Great Bear. We're also checking out the progress of Twizzler's Twisted Gravity, just coming into the park around Park Avenue. It looks huge just from the outside, so I can't wait to see it on the inside.
I just want to have fun, honestly. I'm coming in with just the attitude of wanting to come here, wander around, see people, ride coasters. But also, the fact that this is my first opening day, just period. I didn't go to the Great Adventure one. I was at Media Day for that. But I'm excited to get back here. It's been a while since my last visit. My last one was Dark Nights. But I'm just going in with kind of calm attitude today. Nothing really major.
So with Candemonium going by, they've opened up for some of the first people coming in the morning. So let's head on in and get on some rides.
All right, Hersheypark is now officially open for the 2025 season. I think our plan is to rope drop Wildcat just to get ourselves to that half the park first. First ride of the 2025 season is going to be on Wildcat's Revenge. All right, started off the day and the season with 3 rides in a row. Well, we have to go all the way around, but basically a mini marathon on Wildcat's Revenge. It's running a bit slower today, or at least in the morning, but honestly, that makes the stall even better. You get a ton of hang time. It also makes it a bit easier on those last few bunny hills. I don't have to like brace for the brake run, but great way to start off the season. Anyway, next up, we're actually doing laugh track because the line's all inside, so we might as well. What?
People laugh so much, man.
Oh. Oh, I get it, because it's a laugh track. Laugh track was okay. Didn't really get that much of a spin, but still a pretty decent ride. Anyway, while we're over here, might as well do Lightning Racer. And I know they did some off-season retracking, so we're gonna do, one of us is gonna be on Lightning, the other's gonna be Thunder. We're gonna see how much track work they did.
Lightning was very friendly to me last year, and that it offered me a win. We'll see if it happens again.
All right, we're gonna test to see which side got retracked more. I'm gonna be representing Lightning, and then Sean over there is gonna be representing Thunder. All right, just did Lightning Racer, and hey Sean, I believe this belongs to you.
I'll take it.
Yeah. In terms of the retrack though, there was like a few spots that it retracked, but it didn't really like make the ride that much smoother. I think I've just been spoiled by like the Gravity Group retracks on like Wildcat, Lake Compounds, and Grizzly at Kings Dominion. Like how smooth they were able to make those rides run. This is just kind of your basic off-season maintenance that doesn't really affect the ride a whole lot. Although it did make Lightning win, so I'll take that.
Never again.
Excuse me, sir, is this ride safe?
It's safe. It's safe.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of knowing a lot of people that work here. You sometimes just ride rides because you just want to say hi to your friends.
All the slides and pieces.
I decided to have lunch here at this little overlook. Not that overlook, but the little overlook patio by Simply Chocolate. And the view is very different because there's Twisted Gravity. It definitely like dominates the entire skyline over here now. But we decided to get lunch actually at Chick-fil-A because the line was pretty short. Like, we pretty much walked right up to the counter. So,
Yeah,
got some good Chick-fil-A. So, Sean, how's your chicken jockey nuggets?
I give it 5 big moves.
Chicken jockey!
And one ride that is now no longer Hersheypark is the Skyview. You can actually see the motor and kind of like turnaround wheel is now completely gone. Now this whole area boarded up. The Hersheypark fan inside of me is sad to see it go, just because it was just a nice relaxing ride. Gave you great views in the hollow. But the Hersheypark ride operator in me is jumping for joy because I worked here a lot of times and I never liked working on Skyview. It was just kind of very repetitive, like even more repetitive than most of the other rides in the park. Plus, you had to like stand up the whole time. It was basically a full body workout. So part of me is kind of glad to see it go. So our next ride is going to be SkyRush, and good news, looks like they're actually adding the second train on. So now this line's going to be moving a bit faster. All right, just got 3 rides on SkyRush.
Pretty good.
Oh, it's way better than pretty good. That was really great. Hold on, actually, there's someone over here. Hey, excuse me, sir. What do you think of SkyRush?
That's pretty good.
Wow,
Pretty good.
wow. He said the exact same thing. Pretty good, but I said it's better than pretty good. It's awesome. right, just did a front row ride on Storm Runner, and there's a reason why I did it in the front, because it is running very fast today, and you get an insane pop of air time. Not really even a pop, like a throw over that top hat. What did you think of that front row Storm Runner?
Wow, that was great. Here's a hot take. I think that ride was better than SkyRush today.
I can maybe see that.
Just because I was really impressed with it. It's not too often I do the front row, and that delivered.
Yeah. Also, while we're over here, they made an update to the food court here. Moe's has been replaced by Los Tres Cubanos, which is a Cuban restaurant. And actually, they've been in the park for a while as a food truck for empanadas. So now they have a full place, which includes some Cuban sandwiches. I was looking at their menu. They have some really cool looking empanadas. Yeah, like, you know, you got your standard, you know, beef and chicken empanadas, a buffalo chicken empanada. Then you got some weird ones like pizza with pepperoni, mac and cheese, even a Nutella empanada. We have established and implemented to ensure species survival and habitat maintenance. So since we had a little bit of extra time, we're now here in the Chocolatier, specifically at the bar. You've never been up here at the bar before.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I've been at
so far.
both the bar and the patio here, and we decided to get some mocktails. You got, what's this?
So this is the Watermelon Wave, which is starry, lemonade, watermelon syrup, whipped cream, and then they randomly threw on Jolly Rancher gummies.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy it as like a candy, so
Yeah.
that was a good surprise.
And I decided to get, of course, the SkyRush Fizz. It has starry soda, lemonade, and even topped with some cotton candy. So looking forward to trying some of this. All done with our meal at the Chocolatier. I just had some wings with their chocolate barbecue sauce. But we got about half hour left until the park closes. So our main goal is to get on Candemonium and then maybe either last ride on Wildcat or visiting one of my op friends for their last ride of the night. Well, never mind. If you actually look, ride close sign is up and there's empty trains waiting there. So looks like Candemonium is done for the night. So I guess maybe we'll head back to Wildcat and Ferris wheel.
And now it's time to end off the day on Wildcats Revenge. Just got off the last ride of the night on Wildcats Revenge for 2025 season, and it was a really great ride. I was able to get a ton of room. Like, I was practically standing on the drop, to be honest. That might be like the limit for how much room I'm willing to give myself. But overall, that was a great way to end off a great day. As I was kind of walking out, I was going through Log Ride, just comparing this opening day to kind of the previous year's opening day, and this one blows the other ones out of the water. Compared to last year's Hersheypark opening day, and especially compared to the past few Great Adventure opening days, this was a huge upgrade. I mean, operations were pretty much solid. Crowds were really light. I think they were scared of the weather, but the weather turned out almost perfect. We only had maybe like 5 minutes of rain. That's when we went on Kissing Tower, when it was basically indoor ride. So yeah, overall, no notes. Just great way to start off the Hersheypark season. And as we wrap things up, Sean, this was your first Hersheypark opening day that you've been to. What'd you think?
Wow. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect. I was kind of going in with the expectation almost of like, it's gonna be busy and, you know, just be relaxing, get a few things done. I did not expect to get as much done as we did today, including a chocolatier dinner and getting the last ride of the night on Wildcats Revenge and seeing so many people. It was incredible. I was trying to think of like other opening days that even come close to this one, and I actually couldn't. Maybe if I think more about it, but like, man, they killed it today. The entirety of staff, everyone was so nice today. It was amazing.
And to close things out, make sure you guys do the usual. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to catch more videos in the future, including ones from Hersheypark, be sure to subscribe to Blue Diamond Coasters. Be sure to also follow at Blue Diamond Coasters on both Instagram and TikTok, if TikTok is still around. And you can also follow this guy.
Yes, you can follow me on YouTube and Instagram at East Coaster Fan. It's a lot of fun.
So until next time, this is Blue Diamond Coasters. Later.
And with that, that concludes our little double feature of Hersheypark opening days. I hope you liked this format. It means one less video I have to edit now. And don't worry, there may be more double features to come. We have multiple Hollow Thrillers, multiple Phoenix Fall Fun Fest, and so many Fright Fest videos that I'm still gonna try to release in the summer. Until next time, this is Blue Diamond Coasters, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to read more about the real Michael Eisner. He wanted to build a what?